guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to graduate from a stick figure to a full body using something called the two-line approach. Okay, so this is like a classic stick figure. You're using one line for the arm, one line for the body, one line for the leg, okay, and then you're using lines for the individual fingers. With this approach, you're using two lines for the neck, two lines for the arm, two lines for the body, two lines for the leg, okay? All right, I'm gonna show you how to do this. So I have a saying, draw a light until you got it right. So that's something I want you to keep in mind while you're drawing. We do that so that if we mess up, it's easy to erase, okay? Draw a light until you got it right. All right, so for this, today I am going to do a self-portrait because that's what I want you guys to do, is work on a self-portrait. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the head, okay? Remember, draw light until you got it right. Now, normally I would draw even lighter, but I'm afraid if I draw too light that you're not gonna see it on this video, okay? So I'm gonna do it a little bit harder than maybe I normally would, okay? So two lines for the neck, okay? And then two lines for the shoulders, one line, two lines, okay? Now, it depends on if you want yours wearing like long sleeve, short sleeve. I'm just gonna do a short sleeve shirt. Keep it simple, okay? One line, two lines. One line, two lines, okay? And then I'm gonna connect and connect, okay? Now for the body of the shirt, one line, two lines, okay? Now you see what's developing, okay? For the arms, one line, two lines, okay? And if you wanna get more detailed, ooh, that eraser is awful. If you wanna get more detailed, you can kind of make the little bump that is the elbow if you want, and then have it go inwards a little bit too, but that's up to you. Oh, whoopsie. Bloopers. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it straight. Keep it straight, keep it simple, okay? All right, and then one line, two lines, okay? And we'll go back in and do the hands here in a moment, but now I'm gonna do the legs, okay? So I'm gonna do a skirt with some legs sticking out from it, okay? But you can do this how you want. I'll show you how to do pants here in a second, okay? But to do a skirt, I'm just gonna go one line, two lines, and then connect, okay? And we'll be adding detail in a little bit, okay? Then for the legs, one line, two lines, one line, two lines. Now this is a very, very basic way to draw a human being. Do you think I can do it in a more detailed way with more realism? Yes, I can, but I'm just showing my kindies and my first graders a very simple way how to draw a full body without doing stick figures. Okay, so then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna add those feet. Okay, these are very basic feet. Again, I can go back in and add detail, fix them later, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw my hands. Now, kindergartners is probably gonna be the hardest part for you. Probably first grade too, okay? But you just do the best you can, okay? I'm gonna draw those individual fingers, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it over here on the other side too. Okay, again, simple way to draw a human being, okay? Now, I also like to draw the kneecaps, so I'm gonna add a little bit of the kneecap there. There we go, okay. All right, so then, now you're ready to add detail, okay? So you can decide, do you want this shirt to be a V-neck, scoop neck? How do you want that to look? Okay, and hair, So we want to think about, like, if we're drawing a self-portrait, we want to think about, like, what does our hair look like? What color is it? How does it swoop across our face? Okay. And you remember, there's lots of different ways to draw eyes, nose, mouth. So all of our self-portraits are going to look probably pretty different. Okay. And that's okay. Now, if you want to do a more realistic eye, our eyes tend to be kind of like little football shapes. So if you want it to be more realistic, you can do little football shapes for the eyes. Okay. And nose. If you look at lips, usually they have what I call them two little mountaintops. There's two little mountaintops on top. And then the lower lip. Obviously this looks creepy now. And then of course there's the iris, which is the colored part of your eye. And then there's the pupil, which is the black part of your eye. I usually like to leave one little dot of white to kind of show the reflection on the pupil, okay? That's up to you. This is all personal preference. Okay, I like to put a little fold above the eye too. I have a little fold, maybe a little line below the eye. And, whoops, eyes are looking quite different. So I'm gonna go back in and actually kind of fix this a little bit. Remember, teachers even make mistakes too. And sometimes I like the way my drawings turn out, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, nope, that's not what I had in mind. It's normal for anyone, whether you're a professional artist or a student. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some ears. Okay. And I have freckles, so I'm also gonna add some freckles, which I can do this with colored pencil because we are gonna add some colored pencil. I'm gonna add some eyebrows, some eyelashes, optional, okay? I like to wear earrings, so I'm gonna be wearing earrings. I love wearing necklaces, so I'm gonna have a necklace on too, okay? Now you can go ahead and add some designs to your outfit, okay? So maybe, let's see, I'm gonna do that, okay? Maybe, and remember how I said draw light till you got it right? I don't like how straight up and down that is, so I'm gonna actually change it, okay? Because you can change it, okay? The eraser on the end of this pencil is no good. It's like rock hard. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, okay? So I can add some flowers to my dress, or polka dots or stripes, or maybe one of my favorite characters. This is where you get to think about your favorite outfit and what it looks like, okay? And how you maybe want to draw it, okay? I'm not gonna draw all the little details right now, but then we can also go back down to the shoes and add some more detail to the shoes, maybe so they're not so blocky, okay? It's nice to just get the drawing out first, then you can go back in and fix it how you want it, okay? So maybe I'll put some little lines for the shoelaces, tie some shoelaces on there. You know, I like to wear leggings a lot, so I'm gonna turn these into leggings. And I'm gonna put polka dots on them. Okay, so you're gonna add your details to your piece, because your details are what is going to make it look more like you, and it's also gonna make your drawing more interesting to look at, and it's gonna make it so that people can identify who you are. After you're done drawing yourself, you're gonna get colored pencils, okay? And one of the options for this project might be to outline with an extra fine tip Sharpie or a pen. So some of you might want to do that depending on if you're in kindergarten or first grade. I'll talk to you about it in class. Otherwise, you might be leaving it in pencil, okay? And remember, we want to color thoughtfully, okay? So when you're coloring, I don't want to see any scribble coloring. One of the things I like to do is sometimes I'll outline whatever I want to be that color. I'll outline the shape, and then I'll go ahead and I'll start shading it in, okay? One thing you're going to learn in second grade is colored pencil techniques. There's lots of colored pencil techniques. If you want, you can even overlap colors to make new colors. Okay. You can also experiment with pressing hard and then seeing how the color is more vibrant. See? If you press hard, or if you press light, it's going to be a lighter color. So that's kind of fun. But make sure you're doing it thoughtfully. We want this to be your best work. Okay, we want it to be something that you feel really proud of. And if you make a mistake, like I said, it's not a big deal. Draw a light till you got it right so that it's easy for you to simply erase, okay, and fix, okay? All right, happy art making.